Hey guys, welcome back to this new video where we will go over the best decks that you can play in the second event that we have this month, Theme Chronicle, which is an event that we had in the past, and there are some interesting decks that you can play right here. Just go ahead and finish all the missions to get all the gems. You should at least go up to 5,500 points if you want to get all the free resources from this. Also, the new additional missions should be unlocked now, so now is the best time to play the event. There will be another video where we'll also talk about the best budget decks, and obviously once again, as we always do with these events, go over the loner decks and decide which is the best one to take. But now I will show you the 3 best decks in my opinion that I think you can take to this event and finish it quite fast and successfully. So I will basically talk about them in order. So the one that I present you first, the 6 Samurai deck, is in my opinion the weakest one of the 3 I will show you, and then we will climb up and I show you even stronger decks. But this is kind of nice, we have this available here, and also it's not super expensive if you have some of the 6 Samurai cards here. We have the Gateway of the 6, which was recently unlimited, put down to 1 here. So if you only have 1 Gateway, that's kind of nice, but this is not the budget deck video, so this is not of our concern. But we still can use this to amass counters. We have the Search card, Xian's Smoke Signal. We will talk about all the names of the cards so that you can copy the list if you want to, and we can end up on our boss monsters on the legendary 6 Samurai Xian, and also on the Lord 6 Samurai Xian, the new card that was added with the Raziel pack. We also have the option to go into some end boss monsters like a Bauer Q or a Cyber Dragon Infinity, which is a very strong interruption. We have access to some specific toolbox cards like the MX Saber Invoker or the Dugaris drawing us cards. So this is kind of solid, the deck. We also can use the Speedroid Terratop / Tekatomborg package here to have a few more starters to our availability, and this is how we will build the deck. We are going to play one Secret 6 Samurai Fuma, one Tactical Trainer of the 6 Samurai, play him thrice. We play one legendary 6 Samurai Kageki, then we play the Speedroid Terratop and the Tekatomborg package. We are playing the Ash Blossom here. It's kind of nice, we don't have a lot of hand traps in here. You can also play Nips if you wanted to, but we are playing the Ash Blossom and the Infinite Impermanence. Switch out the non-engine as you see fit. We are playing one Hatsumi, then we are playing triple Anarchist Monk of the 6 Samurai, triple legendary 6 Samurai Kizan, and then one 6 Samurai Kizaru, which is kind of fun. Kizaru from One Piece, anyone who is familiar. One legendary or legendary secret of the 6 Samurai, one old Grandmaster of the 6 Samurai because he's just kind of a nice extender, one reinforcement of the army, of course. Our search card, Xian's Smoke Signal. We have a Living Fossil here and a few other equip cards, Fluette de Fleur as well as Phoenix Gearblade. Then we have our one Gateway of the 6, triple Xian's Dojo, very strong card. Cutting of the 6 Samurai, we have one Asceticism of the 6 Samurai and one 6 Strike Double Assault, as well as our Infinite Impermanences. Then for our extra deck, we are playing 2 legendary 6 Samurai Xian, 2 legendary Lord 6 Samurai Xian, 1 6 Samurai, how is this guy called? Enishi. Then we are playing 1 6 Samurai Kizan, as well as the Invoker Ptolemaeus, the Dugares, and then the Infinity package here, as well as one Isolde, very strong in this deck. Battle Shugan of the 6 Samurai twice if you have it, and then we can also play a Bao, a Q, the Lightless Shadow if you wanted to. So I think very solid all around, and you might have already invested in this card, these cards with the new pack. So just take this, take it to the event, and yeah, rock the event with 6 Samurais. The second best deck in my opinion is a Boardbreaker Sky Striker variant. You can see we are playing a lot of Boardbreakers here, and feel free to swap them out for the Boardbreakers you have. You could also go for something like Darkhold, obviously, which is only a super rare. So just adjust the list to what you are seeing. But yeah, we are basically playing Sky Striker here, and you can see that we are kind of totally unlimited. We have everything that we need here. There is no limitation on something like the Engage or something. So it's basically full power Sky Striker, which is obviously very nice and will become even better in the future. So if you wanted to invest in the Sky Striker stuff, be aware that we will get support for this in the future, which is kind of nice, kind of good support. Another Link card, for example, that will be able to search you the Engage. So we'll get another way to get Engage, which is obviously the core card of the deck. We are playing heavy breakers here, also with some hand traps. Obviously, this is kind of expensive, but once again, you can change out specific cards for other breaker cards that are maybe only super rares, or other hand traps that are also only super rare. So you could also play this obviously within a hand trap approach, but be aware of the fact that then the whole Engage package is obviously weaker. You can see we are playing a lot of power spells here that enable the engage, that enable the effects of all of these other strong Sky Striker cards. And obviously, if you substitute these for like hand traps, then it doesn't work as well. Keep this in mind. We are playing triple Sky Striker Ace Ray, then 1 Rose, 1 Purulia, and 2 Fuvolos. You can obviously change this up if you wanted to. Once again, we have the Nibiru here just as an example of showing you different options when it comes to these hand traps. We are playing the Regekis once again, could also go for Dark Holds here. We are playing Feather Duster and Storm. You could also go for Lightning Storm if you have this one. It is a bit worse, but you could also do it, and not Lightning Storm. How is the card called? I'm blanking here, guys. Or is this forbidden in this event? Would not really make sense, but maybe. You know what I mean, not Lightning Storm, but the other one. I'm blanking, guys. But a possible substitution. We are playing in Heavy Storm. We are playing the Reinforcement of the Army to grab our Ace Ray, obviously. Then this is a nice draw engine into the Void. If you have 3 or more cards in your hand, to draw 1 card. And if you do, during the end phase of this turn, discard your entire hand. Obviously, you play your entire hand. This is very possible with Sky Striker, which is why this is pretty nice. We have 1 Pot of Desires. This is always a bit dangerous, which is why we are playing multiple of the most important cards. For example, of the Widow Anchor, which we don't want to banish all of them. But the pot is obviously great. Drawing 2 cards, especially in this deck, and placing a spell in the graveyard is just super strong. Then triple engage here. Interestingly enough, the triple engage with 1 Widow Anchor package is a package that is very prominent and is being played a lot. Once again, it is played in Yummy at the moment, in the TCG or OCG. However you want to see this. It was being played in Malice, so the little Sky Striker engine is like a package that you can see quite often, so investing in this might be a good call for the future. This will be relevant here and there in future decks, I think. Then we have an Afterburner here, which is a good card, but you don't want to max this out. Triple Tactics Talents, obviously amazing. We can draw into this, we can activate this. We also have the Triple Tactics Thrust tries to get into our breakers. Then Ultimate Slayer is very good at the moment, and therefore we are also playing targets in here, a fusion target, a synchro target, and the XYZ target, as well as obviously our link targets that we already have. Then we are playing 1 Mecha Modules, which we don't want to banish with the Pot of Desires. This is our grind game card, obviously. Triple Widow Anchor, just hard drawing this card is super strong. Then our Shark Cannon here for specific other purposes. This is straightly worse than the Widow Anchor in most situations, which is why we play this 3-1. Forbidden Droplet is amazing in this deck, but an amazing card in general. Also a spell that counts towards our count here. And then we have obviously the Linkage, Mobilize, Engage, which helps you finish the game. We are playing the Garura, the Golden Cloud Beast Malong, and Mariologic Aggregator for the Slayer thing here. Then obviously we need our Kagari to grab back our engages. We have our Shizuku. We have twice the Hayate. Then, this is also a Hayate. I just have the upgraded one. So triple Hayate, 1 Kayana, 1 Ziki, 1 Azalea, and then 1 Camellia. So the entire Sky Striker package available to us. Very strong, especially because you will most likely kind of often go second, depending on how many people are on Sky Strikers. This is another thing that makes this deck very important, and my personal number 2 pick for this event. And the best pick, in my opinion, is Mermaid Atlantan. We kind of have an unlimited version of this. Not quite, because we are missing some cards, and we have, for example, the Neptabus, the Atlantean Prince at 1, which is something we don't want, but we can substitute here with a 1-for-1. That is also at 1, obviously, but this can get us access into one of these Neptabis. This is still super strong. It's also very strong in breaking the opponent's board. If you have ever played with this deck or against this deck, you should be aware of what this can do. There are some different ways in which you could build this. This is just like one option I present to you. And here we have another hand trap option that is kind of nice. In this meta, we have the Droll and Lockbird. This is something you could also put into your deck if you wanted to, and maybe only have this as a super rare. In this deck, we can also play the Dominus Impulse, which is always a strong card. If we can play this, we want to play this, and here we can, which is another thing that is going in the positive book for the Mermaid Atlantan deck for this event. We are playing 2 Droll and Lockbird, 1 Neptabis, then a Deep Sea Diva, because this can also summon our Neptabis here, which is definitely something we want to do. So even more access to the Neptabis. You could bump this up to 3 if you wanted to. We are playing the 1 Atlantean Heavy Infantry for Interruption, triple Ash Blossom because it's just good against all of this much army cards here. I really like that they give us the Molchis but not the Maxis. Then we have Gluttonous Reptolian Greasy, which you can summon with the Super Ancient Deep Sea King Corellicant. Super strong card, one of the core cards in finishing games. We have Abyss Shrine, which gives you access to the Corellicant. Then triple Mermaid Shadow Squad and triple Atlantean Dragoons, which we obviously want to have to discard for whatever effect we activate here. We are playing 3 Mermaid Abyss Pike, which is just better if we only have 1 Neptabus, which is why we are playing him here. Triple Fuvalos, it's also a Winged Beast. Then we have Super Ancient Deep Sea King Corellicant, as I already said. We have Mermaid Abysstius, then our breaker Poseidra, the Storming Atlantean, very, very strong card. 1 for 1 as a substitute for less Neptabusses. Then our Triple Tactics Talents here. We are playing 1 Abyss Scale of the Michuzu, the double Infinite Impermanence, then a Virtue Stream that we can set with the Virtue Dragon as an interruption, and then obviously the Dominus Impulses. Then next attack we are playing 1 Coral Dragon, 1 White Aura Porpoise, 1 White Aura Monoceros, so the White Aura package, 1 Trishula Dragon of the Ice Barrier, Ravenous Croco Dragon. We are playing the Virtue Dragon, Bahamut Shark, the number 103 Ragnar Zero, the Mermaid Abyss Gaius, our skill drain basically, then 2 times Poseidra Abyss, the Atlantean Dragon King or Dragon Lord. Then we are playing Abyss Ride, the Atlantean Sprite. Then we are playing the Mermaid Abyss Salacia, the Coral Anemone as an extender here, and the Mermaid King Neptabus, which basically makes all of our monsters untargetable, very strong, especially against cards like Impermanent. These are the strongest decks that you can play in this event. You can use these deck lists if you want to. Let me know in the comments what you are going to be playing in the event. What are you hyped for? Which deck are you going to take? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for being here, and if you have any more questions, let me know in the comments. We will see each other in the next one.